Hello and welcome to the first edition of SPS Global Insights Report, intended to inform you of critical incidents around the world relating to kidnap, ransom, extortion and piracy. We travel to the Americas first. In the United States of America, virtual kidnapping extortion calls have seen a significant increase over the past couple of months. Virtual kidnappings were first recorded by the Federal Bureau of Investigation in the southwestern border states, but the scam has now spread to other areas of the country. Victims have been targeted in Pennsylvania, Colorado, California, Minnesota, Idaho, and Texas. In Mexico, security remains volatile throughout the country. Organised criminal groups have fragmented, and all are in need of revenue and alternative sources of income. This has resulted in an increase in incidents of kidnapping and extortion against Mexican nationals in the middle and lower classes. At the same time, the per capita revenue per hostage has decreased. The popular tourist destination Cancun in the state of Quintana Roo has seen a significant increase in criminal activity, with the highest number of reported kidnappings in Mexico in 2021. Some reports estimate an average of 4 kidnappings a day. In Colombia, the upcoming presidential elections have our sources on the ground on high alert. Gustavo Petro, urban revolutionary turned politician, is the current frontrunner for the presidency. If he takes the lead, Colombia's entire security force structure could change, moving the Colombian National Police out from under the control of the Ministry of Defense to the Ministry of Interior. This will impact on the joint operational capabilities of the Colombian military forces and the CNP. In Venezuela, the threat of kidnap for ransom remains extremely high for international visitors and nationals, specifically in the capital city of Caracas. Kidnappings also occur along the Venezuelan-Colombian border, where victims are abducted in Colombia, taken across the border and held in Venezuela, while ransom negotiations take place. Paraguay has been experiencing a wave of killings and kidnappings in its southern rural areas. This is attributed to a small splinter group called the People's Army, which has gained notoriety for its fast and brutal modus operandi in kidnaps for ransom. We are monitoring the increase in high-profile kidnapping along the Paraguay-Brazil border. Moving over to the Middle East, we start in the United Arab Emirates and Yemen. Attacks in the United Arab Emirates have escalated from an Iranian-backed Yemeni rebel group called the Houthis. They also hijacked an Emirati-flagged vessel and took its crew hostage. In Iraq, the threat of kidnapping remains high. In the north-central provinces and in the western province of Anbar, informants and Iraqi citizens are targeted by militants of the Islamic State. In both Syria and Iraq, anti-Western sentiment is high, and Westerners remain a favoured and valuable target. In Africa, the abduction of Chinese nationals working throughout the continent is prevalent. Nigeria and Democratic Republic of Congo seem to be the hotspots for Chinese kidnappings. In South Africa, local sources have reported that the kidnapping crisis referred to in the media is in fact much more serious. This is particularly concerning considering that only an estimated 10% of all kidnappings are reported. Reasons behind this include the perceived ineffectiveness of the South African police service, coupled with the misplaced shame and embarrassment of victims and their families. Let's take a look at what's been happening in the Asia-Pacific. The entire region of Asia continues to record lowest number of kidnappings relative to the rest of the world. In the Philippines, kidnappings have dropped by 61%. This is due to COVID-19 related lockdown restrictions, and not as a result of positive changes in the country's security capability. The number of Chinese nationals who fell victim to kidnap for ransom increased by 40%, including workers and patrons of Chinese-run Philippine offshore gaming operations. Finally, we take a look at the open seas and review the incidents of piracy around the globe. The Gulf of Guinea, along the coast of Nigeria, still recorded the highest number of hijackings in 2021, with 34 incidents and a total of 57 crew members abducted. The Singapore Strait, bordering Malaysia, Singapore and Indonesia, recorded an increase in robberies at sea, with a total of 35 incidents. No kidnappings occurred as a result. The dire economic situation exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic is cited as the primary cause of these crimes. In a surprising turn, the Somalian government has only agreed to extend Operation Atlanta, a United Nations EU-led anti-piracy operation, by 3 months. After March 2022, Somalia will attempt to patrol its own waters without UN assistance. We hope our SPS Global Insights report has been of value and urge you to read the full report for a comprehensive overview of the SPS Kidnapping, Piracy and Ransom Bulletin. Stay tuned for next month's edition.